At the Stableview TECH18 conference, I'm here with Colin Fisher, President and Portfolio Manager at Stableview Asset Management. Colin, thank you for joining us today.
Happy to be here.
Another great conference underway. What are some of the things that that you're seeing today, and what are some of the themes that we're exploring?
Well, thematically, it's primarily eSports is
Right.
probably one of the more prevalent ones. The other couple are real estate technologies. We had JLL. I mean, JLL is a very large, publicly traded real estate company, so they're implementing the blockchain within their systems. They're also, they have a blockchain application for the validation at a confidence level for data that's used within the real estate space as well. So there's a few different, but I mean, probably the biggest was the eSports. Right. Quite a few gaming companies, Enthusiast Gaming. We had Ascot Entertainment, Overwatch League, which is Overactive Media, with the CEO, Chris Overholt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then, just what we're seeing is that the space is garnering quite a bit of attention and right. Far more eyeballs on the space writ large.
Right, right. Now, you mentioned esports a couple of times and e-gaming. Why is that such an interesting space right now, and what should investors kind of know about that space in particular?
Well, I think it's more a function of what's now going public. Yeah. It's been it's a massive industry. Twitch is a company that was bought by Amazon about 5 years ago for $1 billion. Currently, e-gaming, esports is bigger than the NFL. It's a very large organic growth that has come up, and most people are unaware of it. So when they're actually looking at a lot of these are companies that have a ton of organic, real growth behind them, and it's sort of come up into the mindset of people now that there's a few companies looking to go public. So I think that's primarily why esports gaming, but it's different than a lot of different industries where it's on the come, like with cannabis, for example. It's here, it's now, and people are catching up to figuring out how big it is.
Yeah, yeah. Colin, we look at the Canadian tech sector. It's certainly burgeoning, but certainly not at the level as we see to our southern neighbors. But so why do you think a conference like this is important, or why should we have more focus and more attention on the Canadian tech sector?
Well, there's a massive disconnect between the capital markets and the technology sector. We have a very strong technology sector. It's just that it's primarily funded by the U.S. So we're becoming a bit of a branch plan economy within our own backyard. So we're seeing, Microsoft and the Googles and all these companies putting money into Canada, but we're not putting our own money in. Right. And so money is going ever more into the traditional oil, gas, mining, and now cannabis. But we're completely overlooking this massive area where we have great expertise, and we're missing all the economic benefits of it. So I think there's the need is large and ever growing, because as these companies get ever bigger, they need ever more capital. So the purpose of this event is really to help educate the generalist Canadian investor, to the benefits and what is technology and how to understand it and how to look at it. So, that's the primary reason this event goes on, is for an educational purpose and help better align the capital markets to the capital needs of one of our biggest industries. There's a lot of education that's going on, so it's not just about here's the hottest, newest thing. It's more like here's the like for example, we did blockchain last year, but really how not to get burned by hot things, or are they real or are they not, and how to better understand technology use cases, applications, so that you can become a better investor in the technology space.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Colin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.